Hello and welcome to New Life Show on AUK Radio. I'm your host, Yinka Omishore. New Life Show is all about your health and well-being. On this show, we attempt to educate you. So what we're providing for you is not to diagnose, neither are we here to cure nor heal any ailments. We're providing you general information for you to use as you will. However, we admonish you to speak to your healthcare provider in the first instance. Now, today's show is a special show because we are about Mother's Day. Mother's Day 2025. So we will be looking and talking about the different stages of motherhood. And to all our mothers out there, adoptive mothers, foster mothers, stepmothers, blended families, we want to say thank you for the amazing job that you do, for being the mothers that you are. From juggling family responsibilities to managing careers, businesses, and everything in between. You are doing an amazing job because motherhood is beautiful, but also a demanding role. So thank you once again for all that you do. So motherhood it looks different for everybody. For some, it's about nurturing babies, infants. For others, it's about balancing a growing family with other commitments like your career, like business, like all the different hats that women wear to be women. So we have mothers of all ages, different backgrounds, different experiences, and each one owns their unique journey. Mothers are multitaskers, nurturers, encouragers, Uber drivers, taxi drivers. Mothers are the heart of the family. But it's also important to acknowledge that mothers come in all forms, as I've mentioned before. Some are raising children on their own, single parents, single moms. Some are partners to share the load with them, and others are blended families, all doing their best and giving their all. And that best, it's enough. But in the midst of all these roles, self-care for mothers is often overlooked. So today, as the show is about mothers, and because New Life Show on AUK Radio is about our health and well-being, we're going to focus on self-care. And self-care isn't selfish because let's face it, you cannot continue to pour out from an empty cup. Self-care is not just the 1 or 2, 3 hours that you spend in the spa. Self-care should and is a daily habit that you incorporate different habits into your days to look after yourself. I know, I hear it. I don't have time for that. But we need to make time. Only little things that you need to do for yourself to look after yourself so that you can continue to be yourself and to also keep pouring into others. And being a mother in today's world is actually quite demanding between the pressures of work and life balances, social media comparison. All the expectations on mothers can make motherhood challenging, can make it demanding, can be quite, can be quite a lot of can put quite a lot of pressure on mothers. It's no wonder that up to 70% women or mothers report feeling pressured to be the perfect mother. And there is no such thing as a perfect mother. You are doing the best that you are doing, and that best is enough. Motherhood is challenging, no doubt. As mentioned, mothers face burnout, exhaustion, sometimes a lack of support. Mental health for women also is just as important as our physical health, as well as our emotional health. So we need to create spaces for women to express their struggles without judgment whether that's through peer support, family support, organizational support, therapy, and so on and so forth. As a mother myself, I understand how easy we lose sight of our own needs. You lose yourself because you're pouring out into everybody, and that's okay. But today, I want us to talk about the importance of setting those boundaries, the power of saying no and not feeling guilty. That's a superpower that you and I have. Setting boundaries so that we can look after ourselves and continue to look after the people around us. I read an article today by a legal friend, and I love the title, and I've asked permission to be able to read some of the extra from the article. And the title is actually Who Takes Care of the Woman Who Takes Care of Everyone? That's a mother, right? Part of, like I said, I took some extra from her article, and I just want to read this one out. She said, I was born into caregiving, like every woman or every female is born into caregiving, like all the women before me, and also the one that will come after me. So it was never truly a choice, but an expectation. One that's ingrained in us from the moment we are old enough to understand responsibility. We are thought to be nurturers, the emotional anchors, the one who remembers everyone's birthdays, checking on everyone, and holds the family together. We're expected to pour out love, patience, and care, often at the expense of ourselves. And yet, the world rarely stops to ask, who takes care of that woman? Who takes care of everyone else? Who does she run to when she needs the help she so generously gives to others? Dear listeners, I want you to ask those questions. Think about those questions. Who takes care of the woman who takes care of everyone else? And who does she run to when she needs help that she so generously gives to others? Mother's Day is wonderful. It's a great day to take time out to look after the mother in your life. But let's go beyond that, just one special Sunday in March, or maybe it's May if you're in the United Kingdoms, or in the United Kingdom, or sorry, in the United States, it's celebrated in May, as well as in the Netherlands, I believe. Let's make it a daily thing, or maybe a weekly thing, or maybe even a monthly thing. Let it be more than just one day in the year that you buy that special flower, that you buy the chocolate and take mom out for dinner. Do something a little bit more. Ask that question. What do you need, mom? What would you like me to do for you? This is not telling off. It's just for us to think about the special moms in our lives. And like I said before, they come in different shapes, different forms. So as we dive into today's topic about self-care for mothers, and as a clinical nutritionist and wellness expert, I am an advocate for holistic health, especially for mothers, especially for women. So self-care is not just about, like I said, pampering yourself for that 1 hour or the 3 hours you get to go to Valentine or whichever spa you choose to go to. It's about creating that sustainable habit that nurtures not just the body, but the mind as well as the soul. I also want to read another article, again, another part of this article that I said I read earlier today. It says, but the reality is this sacrifice that mothers make come at a cost. Many women put their careers on hold to raise family. Others only to find it difficult to re-enter the workforce. Those who continue working often find themselves stretched thin, trying to meet the demands of job, trying to have that work-life balance, sleep deprived, emotionally drained, financially drained, constantly overwhelmed, and many mothers suffer in silence, leading to resentment, feeling guilty for wanting a break. I remember I used to feel guilty for wanting to get to bed a little bit earlier. or even wanting to have that little bit of an extra time in bed, or even just sitting down in an afternoon, feel like, oh, I feel tired, I just want to sleep, feeling guilty just for that. And of course, trying to find the balance in life. Even after the children have grown, a mother is still a caregiver. The role never ends. Now she's a grandmother, often stepping in to help raise another generation. In many cultures, grandmothers are expected to babysit regularly, be available at a moment's call, to provide wisdom, warmth, and sometimes even financial support. Now, retirement is meant to be a time of rest, yet, for many women, it has become another phase of service. Mothers are still nurturing, still giving, still putting others before herself. And because she has done this for so long, no one thinks to ask if she needs a break. Now, caregiving takes a toll on a woman, and it shows in so many ways. Emotional burnout, where you're irritable, mood swings, brain fog, and also affect the physical health as well. Extreme fatigue, even after resting, when fatigue becomes a constant companion. So, what does self-care look like for women in 2025? Happy Mother's Day. Now, physical health is also about getting enough rest, moving your body regularly, carving out that time for yourself in the day. Remember what I said, self-care is not selfish, it is essential. For our mental health, we need to take time to pause, practice some mindfulness, meditate, journal, unplug from the daily grind. I mean, the world will still be here. Like they say, laundry is always with you. Take time, step back, and relax. Emotional health, lean into your support network, whether it be family, friends, partners, or even a therapist. Finding someone to share your joy and your challenges so we can remain sane, we can remain healthy. Now, let's talk about nutrition, which is a big part of self-care. As mothers, we often put others before ourselves. That's why we're mothers, right? Put our children before our own, putting our children's needs before ours, families' needs before ours. But nurturing our bodies in the healthy, wholesome way is not only just going to keep us energized physically, but also mentally. I recommend nutritious food, and I'm sure in a previous show that I had with a plant-based lifestyle, we talked about some of the foods that we can eat, encouraging us to eat more plant-based. And when we think plants, okay, a lot of our minds first probably goes to salad. Salads are great. They can be nutritious depending on how you make it, and it's easy and simple and easy to make. So these small changes can have a big impact on how you feel every day. So today, I want to celebrate mothers in all their forms, whether you're a biological mother, adoptive mother, stepmother, mentor, auntie. Your impact is felt both in small ways and in big ways. Every mother makes a difference. Whether we're guiding, we're nurturing, we're mentoring, we're Uber mommy or taxi mommy, or even simply being there. Let's take a moment to appreciate and honor all the mothers of all the kinds that we can what we can think of that shape our future, that shape the future. So on this Mother's Day, it is important we don't only just celebrate mothers for the sacrifices that they do, but also for the strength, the resilience, and the capacity to love unconditionally. And also all the non-mothers listening today, thank you. Your role in supporting mothers in our lives is invaluable as well, because you're part of a wider community of care. So as I wrap up today's show, mothers, prioritize your health, your mental health. Set boundaries. Enjoy the power of no. Yes, and I use the word enjoy. It's okay to say no. Create a self-care routine that you will stick to. Start small, but be consistent. Moments of relaxation, moments of mindfulness can have a huge impact. Nourish your body. I touched briefly on nutrition, eating well for your body. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Help is available. Sometimes we need to ask for it, so do not be afraid to ask for help. And on this Mother's Day, I want to leave you with this message. Motherhood is a journey, not a destination. And it is filled, as we all know, with ups and downs, joys and challenges. But every step is worth it. Don't forget to take care of yourself along the way, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. You can only give what you have. So happy Mother's Day once more. And as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And remember, your health is your wealth. Let's get wealthy together by staying healthy. And until next time, take care.